And not only for you, it's only good for humanity, good for your communities, because they needed your contribution for their growth and expansion. That's how all our predecessors have done. So also we are treading the same path. And I really liked some of the ideas that you really displayed here. Body image and maintaining self-esteem and confidence. Of course, really quite revealing and intriguing as well. The best way to maintain our self-esteem, how do I do? Always, personal experience is your testimonial. That really is so authentic, not than simply coming up with some idea and sharing that with you. Not so. What I do, first of all, I travel the world, so often, and I have to attend so many audiences of different backgrounds. So I take a moment before I enter the audience. I take a moment, gather yourself. Our mind is all over, so try to bring everything into one alignment and feel with your breath and feel your body, the image, the presence of your presence in the body, and cancel out all expectations. Just walk in full acceptance, the environment and the people and the topic and everything, arrangements, anything, the whole thing. It's all trying to unify our presence with the presence of everything and everyone. And then making yourself comfortable. Comfortability. Not to have any hesitation. Because, if you're alone, how you speak, how you think, that's how we should be. And in my case, at least, I try my best to, presenting yourself. That's all you can do. You can't do much, isn't it? As I heard when one amongst you, one response was very good. There's a point where you had to drop your thought of impressing others. There's a line somewhere. You can't go too far. Even you mentioned here this as well. You can't go too far. You can try your best, but you also keep space and time for yourself. You have to work with yourself, and you have to do what you have to do. You know better in your own unique position what is good for you at the end of the day. Deep down, may not be intellectually or so rationally, but there is only something called intuition, which is deep-seated faculty, natural faculty. That's what we all possess. And so that's emotion-based, heart-based, and only with your feeling consciousness you can become more aware of that, of such unique faculty that we have, which are guiding force, which really like ultimate thought, this is what we should be doing. We generally call gut feeling. It's beyond that, actually. It's okay. It's just a technical term. There are so many things that you cannot express, but that's the way it should be, and that works for you. But then one mistake we usually do, when things work, we become so busy in celebration, in being so happy, but we don't underline or register in our subconsciousness, this worked, this is really good, this is what I should be, making, this is the way it should be going forward. And that helps us to build structural consciousness in full confidence. So we have to register and acknowledge something, how it worked. So with that, we can really build a meaningful confidence in our progress. Self-esteem, we have to give some applaud to our own presence, our own being, our own body image, and otherwise, how can we really give compliments to others if you have not acknowledged and accepted and flowing with your own kind, with your physical presence and physical body image and so forth? We have to feel the unity, complete unity, no contradiction internally. It's all one. Mind, yes. Heart, yes. Emotion, yes. Thought, yes. Words, yes. Action, yes. It's all in perfect alignment. You really accomplish great things, isn't it? The focus, what we really want to do, the focus will help. That's what I really try to do my best, and really. In the moment, what is immediate, what's necessary now, how to prioritize, isn't it? We should ask around people to give their reflections, because your personality is not only in you, also in others as well. They also help us to shape our personality. We should really welcome their criticisms and guidelines and really comments and anything at all. But it takes courage to really welcome criticism. It takes courage and confidence, and you have to be really open-minded. Such people become more evolved and more open to learning, and that really helps us expand our conscious awareness. Yes, and also, have you ever wondered? I would like to leave something with you to work on. Our body image is also the reflection of our mental construct. And our thoughts truly shape our body. And but we should notice from time and again, and again underline such changes happening. So if you're negative, you can see some symptoms and signs in the body. If you're positive, you also can see the same thing manifesting in our body. So that's interesting. So usually our body image corresponds well with our mental construct, the mental body within us. So by changing or altering internally the mental body, we can also affect the physical body image to some extent. Not always external, also internal as well. So those are the things we have to experiment, test, and really confirm how things work. Scientific approach, systematic approach, really, and investigation with excitement. Never lose your excitement. Always believe in 4 E elements, which I emphasize in my, most of my talks. E stands for entertainment. We're making our life journey entertaining, educational, exciting, and also elegant, like enlightening. So these elements should be there in everything we do. If one thing is missing, something is wrong. First, I start with this understanding: we cannot change people unless they want to, and we cannot really make someone to tune in with our way of thinking or living, although they're blatantly doing something wrong, like saying lies, for example. And we try, it depends upon the degree of relationship you have with them. If they're really your friend, I would try, if they're open-minded, you could bring to their awareness what they are doing. Maybe they're doing advertently or inadvertently. And then if they're really doing on purpose, then I would try sit and have a good dialogue and see if something can be resolved. There's no need for them to lie. So if they are not willing to sit and talk with you, then I would simply agree and accept that maybe they have their own reasons. I don't want to waste my time in interpreting their behavior at their own situations. And they have their own time to grow or evolve or to change. We don't know their family circumstances and what they're looking for, and I would simply, respectfully, with smile, try to maintain space as much as possible, and try move on respectfully. And I would begin valuing their presence first. Valuing their presence is very important to the world. They should think that way. They have arrived on the planet to do some great work, to bring some greater insights, contribute some great knowledge, some knowledge, special knowledge, or certainly adding more to the meaning of humanity, there's always something they have to offer, and they're born with it. That's what I said, emphasized already. Uniqueness they have, and never to undermine their existence, their presence. Because their presence is very important, and without you, the world cannot really feel fullness. That's how we should be thinking individually. And his life is there to explore, expand, and celebrate, and not to set our mind only on one thing. We will try. If we fail, it's only a temporary failure. That's only just a turning point for us to do better things, maybe. And through failure, we will become more successful in future. No one has ever been successful without going through failures. Failure is only a scenario. It's not to be stuck there and really undermine our capabilities. Self-care is believing in doing best, doing what you can do. You can't do too much excessively and stressfully. You have to relax and do what you can do first within your reasonable time and space and resources. I would do that first, really. And and also to focus. Focus is very important. What exactly the point is? What do we want to do now? In the moment, and next year, and maybe after some time, have some plan, vision, and not necessarily we have to re-get there, but the circumstances will also nudge us to branch out somewhere. Everything happens for good reasons, and we should have that underlying philosophy in us. Everything happens with some reason and good meaning, and we got to derive the best out of it, and nothing is really wasted. Nothing is to be totally ignored. But there is something always we can turn around and make ourselves more successful and more colorful. You can go and listen to the stories of people. I also heard here in the audience, but I couldn't see turning back. And we also learned from other stories. Someone said it here, yes, in the audience. So other stories, how they became successful. If you listen to their stories, you can't logically understand how they could really reach that high, the top of the status, and they have hard story, really like a rough story to tell you. That's how they became so successful, so elevated in their life. So taking things in full good spirits, and really, yes, I can do it. If not today, tomorrow. Yes, I couldn't do it today. Tomorrow I'll do it. I can do it. Or never give up that hope, meaningful hope, not blind hope. We'll do it. It's possible. I always say to people when they come up with some personal issues that with some good, healthy discussions, constructive discussions, always encourage them. You can do it. It's not just saying. It's not. I'm not trying to fill in some confidence in you or to motivate you. Truly, inherently, you have the capacity. You can do it, and do it for yourself, not to impress anyone. They're not for any challenge or anything. But you have that within you. You can try to awaken yourself and raise up to the standard and the level, and you can and not to burden. It should be graceful, not stressful. Remember that. So these are things. And self-care, getting back to self-care, yes, your care is very important, and body care, because we concentrate on the body image as well. Body care, how you should be and what you should be eating. You can't change your genetic profile. You can't change our body makeup, but it's the gift we have, and it's unique. Uniqueness itself is so beautiful, and no one can be like you anyway. That in itself is like your property, your asset. Even in the marketing subjects, we call it USP, unique selling point. So what is that unique selling point? You're unique. It's you're completely from physical level to mental, emotional, and spiritual. In all aspects, you are alone in the whole world. No one can match with you. That's your truest identity. No one can steal that identity, isn't it? That you should embrace it and recognize and identify. That is me. That's good. Go forward. Through many sources. One is by by cross-examining ourselves and also see how we get along in some challenging circumstances and how we deal with stresses and strains and how we still emerge victoriously so we have to make note of such things. We don't acknowledge, we don't register, we just keep moving forward too fast. So we have to really take that with us. That will provide us strength and thrust for us to march forward. So that's one aspect. And secondly, with your rational attitude, and try to really see what makes you so different than many other people, and what are you good at, and where do you feel comfortable to flow with which subject and which topic, and see and observe and study and make notes. Really, over a period of time, you will come to know, my God, this is where I belong to, this is me. You can identify yourself with that act, that objective, and that study, and that work, and you feel so comfortable, and you simply shine through, and with less effort, more ease, and you're there. And so that's how we have to identify, over time. It's possible, you will know, but it will take you through different circumstances, different pathways, but not to become discouraged. Oh my God, I thought so much that was me, but now I'm changing so much because it's totally different than what I thought originally. That's what you say. But again, somehow it will bring you back to your original point, original thought, brings you back home. Welcome now. You're qualified. You've seen so much. Now let's go with this. That's how it works. It happens. You will know. Your conscience, always observe your conscience, be close to your conscience, work with your conscience. Conscience is like an eye of our consciousness. That's why I think one good stands forefront, just there, and that conscience is in the heart of everyone in the entire world. And even child has got some of that conscious awareness, that a little tiny spark, and that will really give you the true picture. And okay, are you confident? Are you satisfied? Is it the same? Is it what you wanted? Everything through feelings, you get the sensation and signals, and recognizing such signals, and say, oh my God, this is how it works. Like, and in physics, we work, isn't it? It's not directly we can go to investigation, but we really have to circumspect. So also, but eventually you get there and you stamp it and you work with that, authorization. I wondered always, what's mind? Where is mind? And then, what is brain? And also, what's the property of mind? The nature of mind? And then I had lots of questions. Where is intellect? And how our memory works? But not that I have, we shouldn't expect ourselves to find exact answers, but the questions themselves are so valuable. I admire your the questions. How such brilliant questions will eventually, when pursued, will lead you to a good, right destination, and you will totally be cleared of all your doubts, disbeliefs, and assumed ideas. Okay, so in my book, Intuitive Meditation, the book, I tried my best to give interpretation of each element involved in meditational aspect. Anyway, so, and I also wondered why people meditate. Why should they keep their eyes closed? So eventually I realized it's internalization. Imagine that something is always going out when we open our eyes. We identify ourselves with the world, and all that happens in the world become affected in some ways. So that if we pull the curtain of our eyes, then we become separated, as though you got some privacy now. As soon as you close your eyes, it's not easy in the beginning. It's like too many thoughts, gush into your brain more. But as soon as you close your eyes, isn't it? Like multiple thoughts keep dominating, so that I have to stay calm for a few moments and then settles down. Your mind will settle down. Oh, this is what it is. That my eyes are shut, so I'm separated, isolated from the world. Now I have to become more with myself. Like you feel that notion, and then you settle down. Fine. Now, meditation is a way of dealing with your own mind. I don't really subscribe to the idea control your mind. No. Nature of mind is the more you try to control, the more you put conditions, the more the mind rebels. Is that true or not? Everyone would know. When you force yourself, remember this phone number, it will not. Probably if you say don't remember, you might remember half of it at least. So mind is quite a very intriguing entity dwelling within our own brains, conscious brains. So, allowing our mind to flow in the direction that we want that to go, but again, so this happens only with some preparation. What is that preparation? Setting aside our work, our tasks, and keeping the phone away from us, and have some glass of water, and then make yourself some exciting. I'm going to talk to myself. I'm going to talk to my something inner mind. This is my time. Because we deal with everyone, but we don't deal with our own mind. Makes sense? And we are all the time in the world. But your body, or your being, your presence also has so many members of your own inner being or inner self, whatever you say, and they all need your attention. Like organs in the body, don't they deserve your attention? Like you that's the reason we go for shower, we feel so happy. We go for body massage, we feel so happy because like reminded of your whole presence, whole being, physical presence as well. So also we have to pay attention to our mind. Now it's time for the mind, time for the heart, like time for our simply emotion, time for emotion, just to express, cry, or whatever you want to do, just simply on your own. So we have to paying attention itself is like so beneficial. So the mind is with you. Like as though you're trying to say to your mind, you're going to have good inner dialogue. Or we're not having dialogue. Constantly we are having dialogue with our own mind. Or you always, even when you are alone, so many things happen. Even when you are sitting here, we are questioning, answering, isn't it? We are jumping, we are swinging, so many things happen. So that mind, we need to really pay attention. And you know how? Okay, tell me what you want. What do you want to think? Where do you want to go? Just pretend, as though you're really opening some relationship, a new relationship with your own mind. Okay, what do you want? It says, I'm with you. I'm not going anywhere. But previously you wanted to go everywhere. But now when you address when you pay attention, immediately that mind says, yes, I'm with you. Okay, that's one thing. And then next stage is to really understand how our breathing system is working, becoming conscious of your breath. Somehow there is some mystery, or maybe it will be revealed in future with the advancement of science. As soon as you become conscious of your breath, everything comes down in the body, like as though settled. And then when you're in a relaxed state, you can think better. You agree with that? When you're in a relaxed state, you can do better. You can conduct very well. And even in exams, when you're relaxed. You know what I used to do when I used to go to exams as a student? I was the last person to get into the examination hall and first person to get out of the hall, really. So I would just go and really dilate expand in my mind the time concept. Oh, I got plenty of time. I asked here 15 minutes, already maybe 5 minutes gone. So I would think dilation of time, just plenty of time. Not to panic. It's we will do it, we'll deal with it like that, developing some endurance and patience, getting to the track now. Now steps, tips, stages. I can't teach you the whole thing, but I can provide you the tips for you to work. It looks very unusual for you. Just if you hold like this, so some natural attraction you can experience on your own, that you want to bring these two fingers in contact. Otherwise, you can't stay too long. You can try. At home, you can experiment if you're shy here. So there's some magnetism in the body, biomagnetism. That's the reason we have got biomagnetic field as well. So when you are blindfolded, you can tell someone is somewhere in your close proximity, even if you are blindfolded. No sounds. Still, how come? Some sensation happens in you, because you can detect what's happening around you. Anyway, so that's biomagnet. Because when someone enters into your biomagnetic field, then you become aware of it. That's how it is. Anyway, I conducted lots of experiments, really, including telepathy. I used to demonstrate in universities. Then now recently I'm focused more on a philosophical work and other things. Anyway, so now when you hold like this, this is a gesture, meditational gesture. As soon as you really hold, observe this gesture, and some cooling effect can be felt, okay? And then you can try, okay? And drink some water before you do, always a little bit of water. And then focusing more on your breath, like this. And then utter some sound, humming sound, anything like which creates some vibrational effect, like could be anything that really like ultrasonic sounds can create some good feeling in your position and the body, so that it's your own sound of voice can be curative, can be healing as well. You can try the one. And then if you want to escape from the grip of mind, like too much tension in your brain, in your head, then you can try with the same gesture, bring it here in the center of your chest region here. At home you can practice if you don't want here, and try to bring your awareness here with the gesture at the center, and something really as though you are inviting the conscious mind here to this region. This is the region of emotion mainly, region of feelings here, and that's the reason body is designed differently. So that these are different compartments for different states of consciousness. In this intellectual, rational, logical, categorical, here emotional, intuitive, innocent, and poetic, art, and so forth. And this is the division. So here logic is defined here, but experiences really count a lot. Anyway, so when you observe this gesture, and when your conscious mind is drawn here, you feel so much relaxation here. Nothing to think, only feelings. Feeling consciousness is enhanced. Then we become relaxed. Then again you're back, but lie down if possible after going through this little process, and like as though you are experiencing the weight of your own body, lying on your back, and then see how you really work with it. And then later on gently rubbing your palms, and then bringing your warmth here, and then you're clapping your hand like this, 3, 2, 1, and you're coming out of that state of consciousness, and then you're back into your routine. You try and let me know how you feel.